Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. The task at hand right now is to replace this inducer motor. Here's I don't know if this is the actual part number or not, but there's the numbers that are on it. Well, actually, here's some more. Hopefully you can see that. I'll try and take some actual pictures of it too, just in case. Also want to mention I am by no means any sort of a HVAC repairman, nor do I have any knowledge doing anything really of the sort, but I do know how to use a screwdriver and I do know how to turn a switch off and to cut the power, so theoretically I should be able to handle this. So let's see if we can get it knocked out. So for this, you could either turn the breaker off, or my furnace here has a switch right here that'll cut the power. So, but to pop this cover plate off, you just lift it up. And grab a light. There's the, I'll get a better light in a sec here, but there's the motor that's in here. So, yeah, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter-inch, looks like quarter-inch bolts that mount it to the heater, the furnace, and then it's got a clamp up there that connects the exhaust tube, and one line here that goes into the new one. So other than that, you're pretty much gonna have to unplug this, unscrew that ground wire back there, and then just put the new one in. So kill the power, and grab a light here, and grab a nut driver and screwdriver and get this thing out. There we go. That was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Yeah, I was about to remove this little piece here, but you don't have to take that out. That just slides into the new one. Okay. So we got that line, this line. And then now we can get that ground screw back here. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, got the ground wire off. Set that aside. Now we can come back and get our quarter-inch. Well, actually, first I'm going to loosen the this clamp over here that holds the exhaust pipe in. Loosen the clamp up. Slide this exhaust pipe up. There we go. Alright, that's free. Now we can get the rest of the 5/16 or 1/4 inch bolts. Alright, you got one over here, one here, one here, one on the bottom. Suppose we can unplug this guy while we're at it. There we go. Alright, I think that should be free. There we go. Alright, now we got that out. We'll grab the new one here. This is what the other one looked like. So, just gotta make sure that that airflow is in the right direction. The hoses get hooked up properly and the wires go back where they were. And we should be good. So, just gonna try and go back in the same way. Get that airflow pointed the right way in the hose. And make sure everything sits properly back where it was. That. Grab one of our screws here. That in there. Alright, get this pipe kind of shoved back down. Well, actually, press the screws in. Right. Couldn't quite get my screwdriver down there, so I had to pull that off quick. Alright, now I got one screw for the ground wire. Put that back. Well, we can plug this hose in real quick. That's on there. Plug this guy back in. That guy's back in. We'll go ahead and plug our ground wire in. Alright, put our ground wire back on there. I'm just gonna plug this guy back in. Alright, well, after that, all you gotta do is turn the power back on. Yeah, you should be good to go. Alright, I think my dad's about to turn the furnace on, so see if it works. That's a good noise, right? Quieter than the last one.
Yeah, it pretty well as hell.
What's that sight blast for? See if it fires?
See if it's fired well.
Didn't fire?
The hell? That ain't good.
What would stop it from firing? Is there something to do with the vents or something, or what?
Out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
All right, well, unfortunately it didn't fire after I put that new motor in, but my dad was down here with me and we came to somewhat of a determination that the pressure switch is not functioning properly. Well, I just discovered that I was thinking to myself, why wouldn't this be working? I was looking at the old blower motor here, and total 100% bonehead move. This is why people hire people when you when you do things, because I put that new inducer motor in, and I didn't install this seal or whatever you call it here onto the new one. So therefore, there is no way that part where the inducer motor is actually meeting up with the furnace itself, it's not sealing. So there's no way that pressure switch is going to be able to do anything correctly, because it's not sealed. It's not a closed, well, not circuit, but it's not encased and closed like it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna pull that motor back out, put that thing where it's supposed to be, and then we'll try this again before my dad has to get that pressure switch, or before we try the new pressure switch. So, all right, well, my suspicion was 100% correct, and that was 100% me being an complete idiot. So I shouldn't say that yet because I haven't put it in yet, but I'm 99% sure that this is a very essential piece. So take this from here, put her onto here, like so, and try this again. I don't think I have any double-sided tape, so I'm just going to take some adhesive spray and spray this quick, just so I can have it stick a little bit better on there. So. Go slap this guy back in there. Why am I so stupid? So if you're doing this, you're gonna want to make sure that thing doesn't fall off when you go to do it. Plugged in. Everything's tight. Airflow, closed, plugged in, plugged in, plugged in. It's plugged in. Ground's connected. Seal is reinstalled. All my screws. Okay, let's see if it fires up. It's fired. And we got a heartbeat, which I believe means you're good. I'll call my dad. All right, everything's still running. You can see it in there. And yeah, there you can see it pretty good. We've got plenty of good air coming out of there, so. Look at that. That's what we want to see and feel. Because it was cold the last couple nights, so now I'm happy. All right, now for the thing I struggle with most on this whole project, and putting this stupid cover back on. Also, if your cover has one of these stickers, it might have some diagnostic indicator light, like codes. So it'll tell you all these different possible scenarios, situations. And you can look down at this blinking LED light here and determining whether, depending on what problem you have, you can count the blinks and reference this chart here, and then start troubleshooting that way as well. Because like I said, I'm no sort of HVAC technician or anything like that. I just I like to troubleshoot things when I can and mess around with it, but yeah, so now we're done. Thanks for watching.